Alright, so guys, welcome to another video of Handbook Gaming with our favorite game, Dokkan Battle. So right now, they did release the Extreme Z Awakening of this merged Zamasu, the Fusion Zamasu. The card is quite old, but it's really a good awakening, especially for its leader skill, the Extreme Class Key +3, and then stats at 100%. And of course the passive skill also, which boosts up your damage. So in farming the final medals for the awakening, I did choose to bring this support Gohan, mainly because his leader skill is really good, and the aim here is to let the Vegetas keep on hitting Zamasu. um, the leader here, which I chose to bring, which is the Super Saiyan God Goku, is really just to boost up the stats of the Vegetas here. Yep, that's 1.3 million, so that's really nice. Goku at 1.5 million, but I doubt he'll dish out that exact damage. Maybe 1 million. Yep, with a crit, and then that's a good dodge. I hope he dodges this. Of course not. He dodges the normal attack but doesn't dodge the super attack. Alright, so we took 170k damage. We're actually in trouble, but we do have this Super Saiyan Int Vegeta to tank for us. He is the only one available, or the one capable of tanking this attack, since he fits the weakness category of this event. Yep, 1.9 million tanking for 3 digits, 1.6 million for the LR Vegito. Nice, 1.1 million, 43k. We're taking 43k normal attack. Alright, so again, we will let the Vegetas tank. they are the only ones who has the capability to tank the attacks that are gonna come from Zamasu. We are taking a super attack with very low HP. Nice, 57k, we will survive. 20k for a normal attack. So this is not easy, guys. By all means, if you look at this run, you may think that it was a fluke. In my opinion, it is a fluke, but nevertheless, we are going to be able to get that final medal that's needed, that final set of medals that's needed to awaken our fusion Zamasu, along with those good tech Grand Kais that I really need. Yep. So now, oh yeah, I do have him at 90%, so that's really good. I was lucky. There was a time I think that I kept trying to pull for the, was it the physical Vegito? I couldn't remember, but I think it was in one of those banners, the Goku Black Saga, the Goku Black Arc banners, that wherein I tried to pull several times. That's why I was able to get 4 copies of him. I'm not planning to exchange some red coins just to rainbow him, so we'll keep him at 90%. I think that's still a good enough potential system to showcase and show you guys how good he is. So he's now at 130. After awakening him, we now proceed to awakening him with the gold. Okay, after this, we'll awaken him with the gold medals, and finally train him up first. Now we'll awaken him with the rainbow medals, and then we'll fully raise his level to 140. I am managing my resources here. We'll raise his super attack to 15 just to see how well he does in the events that we will run. Yep, so that's him. 17,800 attack. Yep. So let's run him in a thinking boss rush. Fighting Legends too long. Dragon Ball History is also too long. Yeah, I think boss rush is the best idea here. Yeah, better than I. Of course, we have to run him in an extreme tech team. This should be interesting. Let's bring LR Tech Broly for some demo units just to test out how well he does. I am comfortable bringing in these Friezas and Cells because they're the go-to, the bread and butter of the Extreme Tech team. Even though I do have the Super Saiyan 3 Broly Rainbow, I refuse to bring him along with his runs because, as you know, the more orbs that you pick up with this character, the less his attack goes higher but his defense drops the more orbs that we take. So that's really bad in running events. That's not really good. I don't know what Dokkan was thinking to make that kind of mechanic, but even though I have him Rainbow, that function actually discourages me from bringing him. If ever I only bring him to the punching machine events wherein the enemies really don't attack you, I can't even think of bringing him in any super battle roads or whatever events. The mechanic of losing defense as you pick up orbs is really bad for Super Saiyan 3 Tech Broly. So yeah, as you can see, I rely on the Cells and the Friezas here when it comes to Extreme Tech. Alright, so here Zamasu is at 157k. Yep. And the attack shoots up to 220k as he picks up those orbs. Not too worried about this super attack since the villain team most of the time have great regen, especially when the Frieza crew is around. We just regen some of those HP back every other turn. No problem. Zamasu at 1.5. Nice. 387k with a crit. So the Buhan here actually has boosted defense, so that's why it seems low. Yep, as you can see, even for the LR Broly, the damage seems low. But the thing that we have to focus here is on his stats, the actual stats that is written below their icon. Right, so someone cannot get a super attack. That would be Golden Frieza. I'll give this one orb to LR Prime Battle Cell and then Cell. As you all know, the Tech Cell here actually receives 2 key, equivalent of 2 key when you pick up a Rainbow Sphere. So that's why we were still able to dish out a super attack. 934k. Nice. Frieza's transforming to some buff form. Of course, I will let him tap. And Zamasu is at 265k. That's really good. I wonder if I should have showcased him with an enemy that's a super type, so that you can all feel how much he lowers the attack of the enemy. But yeah, 2.2 million. The showcase is more than good enough. 631k while lowering the enemy's defense, so that's really good. As you all know guys, this all does not matter once we reach the Piccolo phase or Piccolo version of Boo. He will just regen back all of his HP. Right, Broly there with the transformation. We will have his active skill, but let's reserve that for another time. Yep, so with this turn, I think Boo will be able to regen all of his HP back full. And from here on out, that's where the real damage starts. Yep, I mean after this phase. We are all doing this with a type disadvantage. We are running a mono tech team, so definitely we won't be able to see big numbers here when it comes to damage. Broly with a nice animation, but hitting only for 96k. Frieza in his third form. We'll float him because I do prioritize. Yep. Oh, yeah. Cell is better. Yep. And Zamasu at 220k. Quite consistent. His numbers are always in that range. 220k. A bit more when it comes to attack stat. So that's really good for an old card. 1.5 million attack stat. Nice. So we're just lowering defense. This Frieza piling up his defense as he does a super attack, so I hope he can withstand this. 115, not bad for a 424k HP team. That really doesn't scare you. Okay, so now that the regen phase of Boo is over, our damage will start to add up from this point onwards. Golden Frieza opening up with 1.1 million. Actual damage is at 476k, not bad. We will not take damage from this one since our HP is above 50%. Yep. 1.1 million for Prime Battle Cell. Actual damage at 449k, lowering his attack and def. 300k for our support Demon King Piccolo. Not expecting a lot from him. And now I think, yep, I'll use the active skill just so we can all see how awesome the animation is. So Broly's going berserk. He will automatically have 24k. Yep. So it doesn't matter where, even if you don't have any available key spheres in the field. If you have this character and in this rotation he was able to use his active skill, he will be able to do a super attack. So that's, I think, 4 million attack stat. Is that? Yep, 1.6 million damage with an additional 1.8 million for Zamasu. So it's climbing. Actual damage 1.4 with a crit, so that's really good. Given that he's an old card, slapped onto this team to fight a fairly new Dokkan event, so he's really doing well. Again, just as I said in the beginning of this video, there's really no worries when it comes to the Extreme Tech team. They regen a lot of their health, as you can see here. We never needed to use an item to get our health back, but just by the regen of the Friezas in each rotation, we were able to get back our health to nearly full HP. Yep, so that finishes the Boo event. And If you guys were able to pull the TEQ Zamasu card, by all means, raise him up to 140 in his full EZA awakened form. If not, it's still worth the Dragon Stones that you get from doing the event, and also the Tech Grand Kais that you will be able to get, given that they do drop from the EZA stages. So that's it, guys. Let me know if you have this card, you don't have this card. Feel free to let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe my video, and till the next video, guys. Bye.